Welcome everybody to Meteor tutorials. This tutorial is specific to sprints. How to plan them, how to start them, how to execute them, how to finish them. So, we've got Sushi Finder here, and we've got some stories, some epics, and we want to plan a sprint. So it's pretty much as simple as taking stories, putting them into the sprint backlog. So we'll do 2 from that epic and 2 from this epic, and we go, great. That's the number of stories we want to plan. One of the key things that you know, if you've done a lot of sprint planning meetings before, is knowing the total number of points that you're planning for the whole team, which we roll up right here. You can see 29 is the total number of points that I have in these stories down here. And then, of course, we also roll up all the points for everything in the product backlog, which will look big once you have quite a lot of stuff in the backlog. And also, the point numbers will filter if you're filtering based on just one epic, right? So, something to know. All right, but I'm good. This is the sprint I want to plan for. These are the stories I want in it. So I want to go ahead and start my sprint. So I click Start Sprint. And then I give my sprint a name. In this instance, I'm going to be boring and just call this Sprint 1. You can call it whatever you want. Sky's the limit, really. Hit Create, and now, as you can see, this is highlighted green. The current sprint name is shown here, and when it was started. Over here, we have the End Sprint button now. It was the Start Sprint button. Now it's the End Sprint button, and you'll click that when you're done with the sprint. Let's talk now about how to execute the sprint. So we started the sprint, now we want to actually do the work, right? So you come over here to the sprint board, and here's the sprint board. We have a to-do column, an in-progress column, and a done column. Right now, these columns are static. You can't make any changes to these. That change is upcoming, where you will be able to make changes to those columns, add, remove, change the titles, those sorts of things. For now, this is what we have. So, of course, as you're working through these, you'll put it in progress when you're working on it. You'll move it over to done when you're finished with it. And that's it. That's how this will work. Everybody will, maybe they'll add comments as they're working on it, and then they'll move stuff to done when they're done. It's pretty simple. So now let's say we finished our sprint, and this is where we've landed. We've completed mostly everything. We just have this one story that's lagging behind. Well, doesn't matter. Sprint's over, so we're going to go ahead and end the sprint. Now keep an eye on these done stories, right? Once I confirm I want to end the sprint, those done stories go away, right? Because they're done. We don't need to see them anymore. What's left here is this implement new map view story that's still set as in progress. Now, if you look at the sprint board, you still can't see anything. Well, you can't see anything again, right? Because there's no active sprint. So the only time you really see anything here is when there's an active sprint, when you're actually doing sprint work. And then you plan a new sprint. So, you know, maybe you move these up. Okay, yeah, I do want to do these. This turned out to be harder than we thought. Maybe 13 was a little ambitious, and we realized we got to break that up into smaller pieces. So we move this down here. Maybe we even say, okay, that's no longer in progress, right? That's to do. And then this is the sprint we want to do. So we hit start, we go sprint 2, hit create, and we're back to it again. And it's as simple as that. That is how you start, execute, finish, plan sprints.